Hello, everyone. No, I'm starting it right fucking now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. All right, we are recording a week early. We're recording super early in the morning. Not super early. Super early for
it's
a
like
weekend.
8:30. This is not early in the slightest. What are you talking about?
It's early enough that the sun is in the horizon enough that it's currently shining all over my face.
That's true. Okay, yeah. We usually wait for a better lighting timing because you use natural light instead of my artificial lights. Woo!
I know. I use mostly natural lighting because I live in an older house, so like all of the lights are very tungsten and yellow.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way it looks, but natural lighting is very nice. And this, you know what, whatever. It's cinematic. Oh wait, there's a
slight break.
There's enough of a break.
There's just enough shade for your eyes and nothing else.
I can just put my eyes in there.
Oh, that's perfect. Anyone who's listening to this on audio has no clue what's happening here. Just check it out on YouTube or Spotify or wherever the videos are.
Yeah, wherever the video gets uploaded.
This is funny. Tracy's got a cool effect going on.
But good morning, everyone, I guess. No matter what time you're listening to this, good morning.
That's true. We're now uploading in mornings. We used to upload like at noonish now, or I guess 3. Now we're uploading like morning-ish.
Yeah. So if you're listening right as this comes out, wow, thank you.
If you're listening this right as this comes out, congratulate this episode for coming out.
As
I have to make that joke, legally speaking.
No, so I'm feeling very nostalgic today.
Really?
There's just something in the air. I'm feeling very nostalgic.
Nostalgia's fun.
I think it's because like there's a lot changing right now and things are going on. And I just, looking back, you're just like, there's some things that happened that I want to talk about.
Yeah? What do you want to talk about, Trace? You haven't put the list in the document yet, so I actually don't know what we're talking about.
I know.
I won't even be able to look up the list once you tell me what it is.
I know, because this is a good list that you won't even need to see to talk about it because...
Oh, I love that. I love not seeing things.
We're talking about the year 2016.
Oh no. 2016?
Yeah. So
fuck, I was in high school then.
Yeah,
that's hard to think
also
about.
In high school. I was just
forgot that we're about the same age, yeah.
But no, I for some reason I've been getting recommended like these articles that are like, oh, the best of the 2010s, or do you remember these cool things that happened in 2013? And I was like, sure.
Probably.
What's a better year to start than the year where everyone thought the world was going to hell?
Yeah, you're right.
Like craziness. I feel like 2016 was the first year when everyone started thinking, wow, this is the shittiest year I've ever experienced. And then it just kept on happening.
I think 2016 was the year when we all started saying maybe the world actually did end in 2012. You know?
Yeah, that's when we all started thinking, like, maybe we are in hell. Maybe everything ended and we actually are in a hell on earth.
Yeah. I mean, that was... 2016 was the first Trump election, right?
Yep, 2016 was the first
Trump
election.
I couldn't remember if that was the case. I like how you say first as if there's been another one. No, there hasn't. He's not been elected.
No, but there's always time, I guess.
Let's hope not. Let's hope this ages very poorly and that there is not another Trump election. Good Lord.
So today we're talking about the 13 pop culture events that define 2016.
Really?
So and this article was written in 2016. So this was as it was happening. They were like, we're hitting the SEO so good on this one. Everyone wants to know what happened in 2016.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you know what? No. Our listicles can do this. If it's in a certain time period, like you can easily just say, hey, it's the time period right now and everyone's searching it up because they forgot what happened in the past fucking year. I forgot what happened in 2023. I might need an article for this for 2023.
No, like I was looking through this and I was like, oh, yeah, that was that summer, wasn't it? Like, honestly, it's only 8 years ago, but it feels like a lifetime ago.
It feels longer. And I mean, 8 years is just about a third of our life. Have you thought about that? Like, that's terrifying to me.
I've been thinking way too much about it. I am a quarter century on this earth. And I'm like, fuck. I need to do
That's hard to think about.
Else.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's really crazy.
I'm 23 years old and I'm working at a call center. Like it's depressing to think how much time I've been here. But also, like, when you put that into perspective, most of that time has been spent in school. Like,
I know.
I have not actually spent a lot of my life in the world yet. You know, I think, because I graduated, 2022? So I've only been out in the world for like a year and a half.
I don't know. There's something thinking about it that way also makes me like hate school for some reason. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, we spent so much time.
Much of our fucking life. Like, holy shit, we could have been starting early.
I think we need to go back to the frontier days when people were getting out of school at like age 13 and marrying at 16. I think that would be great.
Yeah, and then dying in the coal mines at age 19.
Yeah. I think that'd be good. I think that's the way life should have been, actually.
You know what? Yeah, I should be dead right now.
Ever since we invented cars, I think it's just been downhill.
You're kind of right. I'm right there with you. Yeah. Anyway, should we start with the list? Is this
we kind of already did, because number 13 is just Donald Trump breaks, overwhelms late night comedy.
What? What? Why is the way that's phrased like that?
I don't know, because he also won this year, so like it's very crazy. But no, this is something that is still occurring to this day. Is I don't think as many late night comedy shows would still be around if it wasn't for the 2016 election.
Honestly, yeah, you're kind of right. They had a field day with Trump, both before he was elected and after.
Yeah, they still do. Like, that is still probably their highest performing things. And I
wait, you mean the Elon Musk Wario sketch wasn't the highest performing thing?
Okay, that's not late night comedy. That's Saturday Night Live.
That's true. You're right. I feel like that is late night comedy.
I don't know.
It's not interview shows though. Yeah.
Because I had never even touched one of the interview shows unless it was like someone I really wanted to hear talk. But then during the 2016 election, I started watching them because of all of the politics, and my little superior than thou brain was like, I'm so fucking smart. I understand these shows.
Yeah. I'm kind of right there with you. I don't watch late night interview shows, but I watch like clips of them on YouTube. And there are some that I've noticed I do like generally enjoy. Specifically, any interview with Elmo. Have you ever seen the Elmo interviews?
No, I haven't.
Elmo is a fucking riot on talk shows, and I don't know why. But he's like
Elmo
genuinely really funny.
Alpha male Elmo.
Because like his actor is surprisingly good at improv. And like they're trying to keep it like kid friendly, but also make adult jokes. And like you can tell, it's very. I've had a blast just watching the Elmo interviews. I don't know why.
Did they ever have Big Bird on there?
They did one where like they did a lie detector test with Big Bird, but not like an actual like interview. I think
that's great.
Yeah.
Did you kill a man, Big Bird?
No.
Did you hide the body at this address, Big Bird?
The children are faster. Big Bird is faster.
But no, like, still to this day, I get recommended Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
What's it called? A Closer Look. And sometimes I watch them.
Which Closer Look's a pretty good show, yeah.
Embarrassing. Well, A Closer Look is a segment in a show, but yes.
That counts as its own show, in my opinion. If it's a part of a show, and you watch for only that part, that's its own show.
I mean, it's probably their highest performing thing on YouTube, and that's why they continuously upload it to
YouTube. Exactly.
And all their other clips are failing because
late night talk shows do really well on YouTube. I don't know why.
Because YouTube pushes them.
That's true.
Like, haven't you seen like that? I don't know. There was a really popular YouTube video that showed how late night and a lot of other mainstream shows are becoming way more pushed by the algorithm on YouTube because they're more brand friendly and safe.
And they've been doing that for years. Yeah. Oh,
well. But yeah, that's the first thing on this list, and I'm going to jump right past it because who the fuck cares?
Who the fuck wants to talk about Trump on this podcast? Ugh. Not me.
Coming up next is another thing. We're probably
next episode, top 10 Trump things.
Oh, fucking, I would hate that.
That would be your Naruto episode.
I think that would be worse than the Naruto.
Oh, no. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. I think it'd be worse for you, but it would be, yeah. You'd get to experience the pain you put me through. Anyway, what's next?
The Chicago Cubs actually for real win the World Series.
That was a big deal, though, wasn't it? Wasn't that the whole Back to the Future thing?
Back to the Future thing.
Was that? Yeah, didn't they predict that the Cubs were going to win, and then it was like 1 year off or something like that? I don't remember the specific details.
Well, let's see if they bring that up at all.
Read the article.
Yeah. It was an incredible moment, one that Cubs fans had been waiting for. Pop culture had been joking about would never come. For decades, it didn't quite fulfill Back to the Future's 1989
Are you okay?
1985 prophecy that the Cubs would win it all in 2015.
So 1 year off. Damn, my memory's better than I thought it was. And I definitely don't have the article pulled up right here.
Did you find the article?
I typed in 2016 into Google, and it was the first thing.
Yeah, no, because it's a popular. Because I guess I forgot to say we are on Vox Media,
Vox.com,
Vox News website. Yeah,
not Fox, VOX, not FOX.
VOX.
We would never go to Fox.
That's why we're talking about Trump, is because we're on Fox right now.
No, if it was Fox, that would be number one. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, this did not make a blip in my radar, which is weird because I think I follow baseball more than I follow any other sport.
Yeah, you care about baseball for unknown reasons.
Care is a strong word. I'm interested in baseball. Well, because I used to announce for baseball.
That's true.
Keep stats for baseball, and that is just something that stuck with me. And I think I want to say the first professional sports game I ever went to was baseball.
Ooh.
But it was like the minor leagues. What's the fuck? I can't remember the name. I remember the mascot was a fox, and they were some type of Sox. They were the something Sox, but it was a minor league team.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do not follow baseball nearly as closely as you did. I occasionally follow football purely because I have a handful of football friends in my life, and because watching the Super Bowl with my friend group is really funny. I had a group chat with other friends I was in who weren't watching the Super Bowl, and my roommate and I, every time the Super Bowl commentators would just say something that could be taken slightly out of context as sexual, we would post it in there, and it was very funny. That was the whole enjoyment of the Super Bowl for us.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, the White Sox are pro.
Yeah, White Sox and Red Sox are both pro. What are you looking up at right now? Are you trying to find this minor league Sox team?
It doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, that was the first professional sports game I ever went to. I'm pretty sure.
That's fair.
And I got their little mascot as their little fox stuffed animal, and it was so cute. And I got it signed by a couple of the players.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, no, it was a really good time, and that's when I was like, maybe sports aren't actually the worst thing in the world. It took me a while to actually get there because I still don't like sports all that much. But
I'm trying to think what the first actual sports game I ever attended was, and it was either one of the games that was down. It might have been a Florida game because I used to live in Florida for a while. It was I remember going to a baseball stadium and they're having tons of advertisements for orange juice. Was there a Tropicana stadium in Florida? For baseball?
No. I don't know the stadium names. The only stadium I fucking care about is Coors Field,
the Gators,
baby.
That's what it was. Yeah, Florida Gators. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did they still exist? No, yeah, they still exist. Okay. That's who I went. That was the first actual baseball game I ever saw. And I enjoyed it. I think I've also seen a Wichita Wingnuts game in person, but that's about it. I think those are the only two baseball games I've seen in person.
I'm sorry, the what?
Yeah, the Wichita. So Wichita's baseball team is called the Wingnuts. So if you've ever heard of Wichita, Kansas, they have the Wingnuts, and it's fucking. I know you've heard of Wichita, Kansas because we've talked about Wichita in the past.
Yes.
But the Wingnuts is their baseball team, and it's fucking wild. Their mascot is the thing you screw into a screw, a wingnut. I don't know why that's their mascot, but I think it's funny every time.
Are you sure they haven't changed that?
Yes, it's still their one.
Because what's the wind surge? That's what I always hear.
Wichita Wind. Oh, maybe they did change. Okay, I've never heard of Wind Surge.
The Wichita Wind Surge is their baseball team now. Sorry, man, they changed it from the Wingnut.
Oh yeah, it looks like they folded in 2018. Ah, well, that sucks.
That does suck. The Wingnut is a fucking hilarious name.
Yep. Okay. Following the cancellation of the 2020 season due to the COVID-19 pandemic and 2021 reorganization of minor league baseball, the team began to play as the Wichita Wind Surge, Double A affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. Oh, so they changed the name. They're not the Wingnuts anymore.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I'm sorry.
I like the Wingnut. The Wingnut's name. They had a cool mascot. Their mascot was literally just a baseball with giant fucking eyebrows and then a wingnut on top of its head.
Oh my god. No, yeah, because I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard someone say Wind Surge, but then I was like, maybe that's some other minor league team that's over there.
Again,
I don't know.
I haven't seen a game. I've only seen 2 games of baseball. It's been quite some time since I've thought about the Wichita Wingnuts. So that's the reason I hadn't been aware of the updates. I'm looking at the Wind Surge logo. They're actually... You know what? I fuck with this. This is a good logo. I like the Wind Surge logo.
Okay, what is actually?
Should I send it to you on Telegram?
Sure, but like describe it. I would, because I don't think I've actually ever seen a logo.
It's a horse.
It's a horse?
Well, so their logo is like a Pegasus flying through the word wings, like the letter W in the Wind Surge. I just sent you the link.
Okay.
That looks cool. Look at that. Look at that. Pull it up on your phone right now. Do it, fucker.
Okay, oh my god.
I was going to pull up some of the silly messages I sent my friends about the Super Bowl. I don't think you were paying attention when I was riffed about that. Yeah, you were looking things up. That's going to be...
that is pretty cool.
That's a cool logo. I like that. That's cool.
I would have thought they had like a tornado or something. Like
yeah, given the name Wind Surge. I guess the Pegasus iconography makes sense.
Like an anthro tornado. I feel like that's something that they could have done.
Why? That feels like someone's persona. I see it now.
It's not even a furry. Like, it's a tornado.
Yeah, neither is the fucking plain sonas you see out there, but those count as furries.
No, that's not a persona. That's
yes,
an arrow something.
It's still a persona. Whatever.
If they make it fluffy, then maybe.
That's true. Fluffy dragons are great. I love fluffy dragons. That's completely unrelated, but I
completely
like
unrelated. Yeah, no. Imagine like the Wichita Wind Surge's mascot was like a fluffy dragon that was very obviously commissioned by a kink artist.
I mean, a lot of mascots are commissioned like by fursuit makers now. I've noticed that. Like a lot of fursuit are like they go to mascot conventions and conferences.
I don't know if I would say a lot. I would say there's
a decent amount, yeah.
But I don't know if it's a lot.
That's fair.
Do you fucking remember?
No, I don't remember anything or anyone.
There was a video that it was like a dog mascot, and it was like pretty much acting like puppy play, like on the side of the court.
Huh?
Like I'll have to send you the video. Like, it's someone taking a video that was like, whatever the name of the mascot was doing this in front of me for like five fucking minutes.
Oh my
and he's
God.
like on the floor, like, you know, like
puppy
knuckles
play.
down.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like doing like a up and down, and like his tail, like, because the mascot was rigid, like his tail was straight up. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Furries kind of lost it for a little bit. Or no, there was that one mascot that I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was baseball, who, why haven't we brought up the best baseball mascot?
I was going to say, how long is it going to take for you to get to the lion? One of the days we'll get to it.
No, but there was another, and I think he was like a cougar or something. And he was in the crowd, and like he lifted up his shirt and like pointed to his abs and like did like very sexy things.
Spicy.
But yes, why can I never remember the name of the white lion?
Is it Leo and Lena?
Babe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Leo. But
Leo the lion.
Oh my God.
That's actually a pretty generic name. I hadn't thought about that. That's a really bad name for a lion sona. Because that's like the most generic name I've ever heard for a lion sona. How many lions do you know named Leo?
I don't know. I know, like,
Leo the Lion. There's a movie. There's another movie. There's a third movie. There are 3 movies named Leo the Lion. Movies alone, not characters. Movies.
What about the Leo in the sky, like the constellation?
That's not a movie, but that is another example of Leo the Lion.
Well, I'm trying to think of personas, and I can think of 2 Leo.
I'm gonna pull up Fur
like,
Tracker
off the top of my head. and both of them are dogs of some kind.
Okay, that's fair. Leo, hold on. I see Dutchie, Possum, Sabretooth, Leo the Lion, Leon, Skunk. No, that's not the one we're looking for. Leonard? No. Okay. Maybe you know what?
Leonard?
No, Leonard. I said what I said. You're right. I only see one Leo the Lion here on Fur Track, but I mean, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. I'm sure Fur Affinity's got like art of many more because these are strictly fursuits.
Yeah. No.
I probably shouldn't look up Fur Affinity while recording it.
Probably not.
This seems like a very risky idea.
How about we're done? All right.
Moving on.
We figured it out. Coming in at number 11, Beyonce releases Lemonade.
Have I? I don't know if I've heard Lemonade. I don't think I recognize that name.
Like the album Lemonade?
That means nothing to me.
Whatever. Whatever. Do you remember the Super Bowl performance that year by Beyonce?
No. I don't think I watched the Super Bowl in 2016. I think that was the year I got my wisdom teeth out. So I was high the whole time.
But like in my mind, 2016 was the last good Super Bowl performance because that was Beyonce. Well, no, it wasn't just Beyonce. Like, who else was on there?
Is that on the list? Will we talk about it later?
No, it is right here. Beyonce made headlines just about every other month in 2016. In February, she released the video for her fierce protest song fucking God, I can't read today. Song Formation, then performed it during the Super Bowl halftime show and one of the event's most political performances to date.
Political? What the fuck happened?
A brilliant and retching visual album that no one saw coming. In July, she released a moving statement on police brutality against unarmed black citizens.
Okay.
In August, she tore down the VMAs with unrivaled medley. Who the fuck wrote this? And in November, she and the Dixie Chicks took to the CMAs by... Sorry.
Took the CMAs by storm.
Also, it's not the Dixie Chicks anymore. It's just the Chicks. But took
They're not Dixie
CMAs
anymore?
by storm. No, because that's racist.
They've had their... I didn't...
What? Days before she endorsed Hillary Clinton for president.
What does Dixie mean? I didn't know that was racist.
Dixie, like it's usually used in connotation of like Southern pride type imagery.
Oh, huh.
Like it's the same reason that Lady Antebellum changed it to Lady A, because antebellum was also like glorifying the time of slaves in the South.
Interesting. I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, you're right. I've only ever heard the term Dixie in terms of like embracing of like Southern culture, and yeah, that's definitely racist. So I you know what, I hadn't thought about that before, but yeah, that's definitely a good point.
I mean, yeah. Also, shout out the Chicks. Rest in piss, Toby Keith, I guess.
I was going to say, the only examples I can remember of hearing are the Dixie Chicks and then Dixie Stampede. But yeah, both of those, like, yeah, I can see what you mean now. Dixie Stampede is very Southern culture based.
Why do you keep saying Southern culture? Like, it's just...
I'm sorry, racist culture.
Yes, okay.
There we go.
Well, just more Southern pride. Because like Southern culture, when I think of Southern culture, I think of like actual communities that are in the South that have culture.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But
I don't know better ways to phrase things. Terms are
hard. Whatever it is, it's the Chicks now and not Dixie Chicks.
Fair.
That has since been made different.
Understandable. I'm glad you know about this stuff, because I would have never understood anything about celebrities.
Coming in at number 10, we have the Summer Olympics in Rio.
Oh yeah, this was the second Summer Olympics I was cognizant for. I forgot about that.
Do you remember all of the shit that came out? Like, the thing I remember the most about the Rio Summer Olympics was all the stories about how horrible it was for the people who made the stadium.
Really?
How Rio like constructed an entire town just for the Olympics that now like sits empty for most of the year. Like, just it doesn't do anything anymore.
No, I didn't hear anything about that. That does suck.
And how like Brazil pretty much tanked their economy for this, and they did not get the returns that they wanted to.
Holy shit.
Anyway, as the article says, in 2016, Rio Games got off to a rough start thanks to numerous reports of frantic, unfinished preparations and disregard for local Brazilian communities that just so happened to be on the way to a be in the way of Olympic construction.
Holy shit! What did they do? What the fuck happened?
They needed to have a place to build their big new stadium in town.
Did they just like tear down homes and stuff? Like, huh?
Yeah, like they needed a large area.
Good
and
Lord.
then they overworked the people who like built this. That's why it was shoddy craftsmanship to like create everything, because everything was rushed and built bad because it was just a horrible, shitty situation.
I bet. Yeah, that sucks. Oh.
Well, and that's that's what I remember about the Summer Olympics. I don't remember fucking shit else.
I remember. You're right. I don't remember much.
Simone Biles was big at that time.
Who?
Simone Biles, the gymnast.
That I didn't watch any of the gym stuff. I was cognizant, but not cognizant enough to remember names. I'm still not cognizant enough to remember names. I don't know why I'm making that disclosure there.
Shit, do you remember people being obsessed with Ryan Lochte?
Yes, I do remember that for some reason. Why? That was an obsession that like lasted much longer.
Because you're a misogynist.
Yes, you're right. I'm a misogynist. I hate women. I only pay attention to the male athletes. Clearly,
yeah.
It has nothing.
There's okay.
It has nothing to do with the fact that I was discovering being gay at the time. Yep.
Oh, you like? Oh, fuck Ryan Lochte.
All I'm saying is that swimmers are kind of hot.
Didn't Ryan Lochte get arrested for something?
Yes, I think so. Don't remember what, but I remember.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, here it is. Literally, swimmer Ryan Lochte lied about Brazilian robbers holding him up at gunpoint and became the source of American embarrassment and international outrage. But eventually used the incident to land a spot on Dancing with the Stars.
Vox, hey, what the fuck are you talking about? What does that mean? Why would... Okay.
What do you mean? Dancing with the Stars? The competition show?
Yes, but why would... Okay.
What do you mean? What part of that is confusing?
Lying about being held at gunpoint, what the notable thing that gets him on that show, and not just the fact that he was a celebrity in the Olympics?
Well, that's because like it really, because now that it says that, I remember that news cycle too, where everyone was just fucking pissed because Ryan Lochte lied about being held up at gunpoint, and because like he said this, and then there was like a bunch of people like government officials from Brazil like had to release a statement that was like, we will not rest until we figure out who robbed Ryan Lochte. Like he should have not had to go through that. And like people were like, yeah, fuck Brazil for letting that happen to Ryan. And
yeah, as if the government is directly responsible for any and all crime that happens.
Well, I mean, they're responsible for figuring out who did it.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's what they were saying. But yeah, no.
Then it just didn't actually happen.
And then he had to come out and be like, I lied.
I lied.
It didn't happen.
It was a little spicy.
Well, because there was like
liar, bitch, boy.
Because wasn't he doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, and that's why he had to lie? I don't know.
I don't know.
Fucking cares?
Who cares?
I haven't thought of the name Ryan Lochte in probably 7 years.
You're so right. You're so right. Moving on.
Like, what does it matter? Coming in, me.
Ryan Lochte.
I had to get ahead of it before you were able to get there.
I'm glad you've read me at this point, because you always start with saying coming in at, and I'm like, I have to fight the urge every time. Most of the time, the urge wins.
At number 9, the Harry Potter universe expands, shows no signs of stopping. Ooh, Vox.
Oh, if only
Bad
they
fucking
knew.
prediction.
If only they knew. Oh, Vox aged very poorly with this one. Holy fuck.
Well, yeah, because 2016 was the year that Fantastic Beasts released, right?
Yes. Which
feels like such a long fucking time ago. It does feel like
a while ago, yeah. The first one, decent movie. Fox had no clue. No one could have predicted what was going to happen, honestly.
Rowling herself spent the year adding new content to Pottermore, the official Harry Potter website, filling in gaps in the history of her wizarding world, like the poop thing.
Like the poop thing. Why did she write that? Why was that a thing?
That we should have known something was up when she wrote that.
We really should have, yeah.
This proved especially controversial in February when the British author announced several new wizarding schools, including one for the entire continent of Africa.
Yes, there's only one school.
and another whose origins turned out to involve some problematic dabbling in American folklore.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Maybe Vox could have predicted this.
Maybe they were like, wait a minute.
Maybe Vox could have. They were reading the signs.
Then in July, Jack Thorne's play, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, about the next generation of witches and wizards, as descended from Harry and his peers.
You're having a tough time reading this. Vox does not know how to write, do they?
No, I was like, this is just badly written. And in November, the spin-off film Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, starring Eddie Redmayne, with a screenplay by Rowling, made its debut. Mm-hmm. So, oh my god, a reported 5-film franchise.
Yeah, they did think they were going to get 5 out of it. Oof.
They really thought they were going to keep going.
Oof, yeah.
And then she turned out to be a shitty person and a shitty screenwriter, so...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like we could have predicted that from that first movie. Because, again, it was decent, but it was nowhere near the actual Harry Potter movies themselves, which she did not screenwrite.
No, she wrote the book.
She wrote the books they're based on, yeah.
And then someone had to adapt that into a movie. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
People forget the writing for books and writing for film is very, very different.
Yeah, I mean, there's bunches of different ways of writing. Like, I have a friend right now who's dabbling in creative writing, who's only done academic writing.
It is so... I've tried to do creative writing myself, and, like, with my background in academic, it is so fucking hard! They're so different! They're so different!
He was reading me some of the stuff that he was writing, and a part of... Like, he was writing a short story about waking up next to your werewolf boyfriend.
Hot. Based.
Hot, good, loved it. But he used the phrase "upon further investigation."
Oh my god!
And I was like, that's like a mood killer. You can't use that phrase because instantly I think, what am I reading?
Investigate. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, am I about to learn something new about neutrons or something? Like this.
Upon further investigation, this werewolf boyfriend's fur is emitting positrons in the wrong direction.
Upon further investigation, I discovered the source of black.
I discovered the source of black. The color.
I was gonna say I discovered the source of dark energy, but I almost said black energy, like he was a fucking dark wizard or something.
I just like you cutting off at I discovered the source of black with no further context. Just
well, at number 8.
Sorry, go ahead.
We have Pokemon Go briefly takes over everyone's social.
Oh shit, you're right. That was 20. How is that not higher? I feel like that was much more impact than anything prior to this.
It's crazy that Pokemon beat the presidential election on this list.
Yeah, and it rightfully should have.
I don't know. I feel like Pokemon Go only had us like by the balls for one summer.
Yeah, but they grabbed those balls and twisted them tight, baby.
Testicular torsion.
Testicular torsion. Oof.
No, I remember playing Pokemon Go and being like, wow, this sucks.
Yeah, it was not good.
So
it was really bad, but everyone was addicted to it.
I mean, I don't think it was bad because obviously a lot of people really loved playing it, and it still has players to this day.
It really does, yeah, and it's growing again. I've noticed, like, as it gets better, more and more people are like saying, you know what, I'll get back into it. Like some of my local friends are really enjoying it these days. But it's just when it first started, when it was only those 151 and you couldn't even battle. Like it was rough. And like I lived out, you know where I lived in Kansas. It wasn't quite middle of nowhere, but there was not any gyms. There were not any of the swirly sign things. I don't remember what they were called. There was nothing to do. Like literally all it was walk around a park and maybe catch some Pokemon, but like you couldn't do anything really.
When it first released, like rural areas, you would be lucky if you were anywhere near a gym.
Yeah.
Like they had to start, outsourcing that to people entering this could be a gym location.
I remember the news. There was one like small cafe in my high school town, and then we had to petition it to be added as a gym, and everyone popped off when it finally got added in like 2018 for no reason.
Oh my god, no! Like we had the weirdest fucking shit. Like there was this really dumb little plaque on a little league baseball field.
That's what they had to find.
and that became a gym for some reason. And I'm like, what the hell?
It was rough. It was a rough
This isn't
time.
even a landmark. I didn't even know this existed.
And like,
why is this here?
I get it. It's designed more to like embrace the walkableness of walkable cities, like to make people who live in cities kind of go out and encourage them to do the walking that a lot of people honestly aren't. It was not good for rural communities. But regardless, it still grabbed us by the balls. It still took us by storm.
You still were like, well, I'm gonna make this fucking work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even though I hated it, I was like, well, I got to play it. Everyone else is playing it, and I did that for about a month.
Do you think
just stopped?
Wordle would have existed if it weren't for Pokemon Go?
What the fuck do you mean?
I think that Pokemon Go was the first kind of like major impact of here's a thing that you can do daily. Here's a daily ritual that you should get into to play this game. I think Pokemon Go was the first like foray into that hitting the major public consciousness. And if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have daily games like Wordle. We wouldn't have with my friend group right now, we've started doing this thing where we like post the not just the Wordle, but the New York Times like mini crossword. We do the connections puzzle. Like we kind of post that and share all of those daily. And I don't think any of that would have ever been a thing if it weren't for Pokemon Go. I just punched my microphone. I'm sorry to everyone listening.
No, I don't know, because I feel like the mini crossword existed before Pokemon Go. And also things like Words with Friends existed before Pokemon Go, which is a daily element. And like login bonuses existed for a while.
Yeah, login bonuses have existed, but there was always for like shitty games.
Well, I mean, most mobile games were shitty.
Yeah, exactly. I think Words with Friends is the best like equivalent to that. But even that I don't think had the grip on popular culture that Pokemon Go did,
Well, no, because Pokemon Go did have like a chokehold on everyone for popular culture, but I think that's just because Pokemon itself, as a brand, has such a chokehold on culture.
True. But I think because it had that chokehold, it like introduced the idea of these kind of games having that chokehold, and I think Wordle wouldn't have been as popular, or like if it did exist, it wouldn't have reached that level of popularity if it weren't for Pokemon Go.
I don't know. I don't think I see the connection that you do.
Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm looking for something others. I don't know.
I don't know. Make a video essay about it. Maybe
absolutely not.
Because like right now I'm like, yeah, like the only connection I can see is they're both mobile games and they both can have a daily component.
They're both mobile games. They both have a daily component. They both had a temporary, like not permanent, but temporary hold on the public consciousness. They encouraged everyone to do like this whole sharing thing. It was very easy to kind of communicate cool things you're talking about. I do see a lot of connective tissue, and I think if it weren't for Pokemon Go using the Pokemon IP to get its latch on the public consciousness, no mobile game would have reached that level of popularity that in Wordle did.
But Trivia Crack was before Pokemon.
Yeah, but Trivia Crack never got close. It was only done with it like high schoolers. That was it. That was the only people who played it.
But Trivia Crack,
played Pokemon Go. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I also thought of Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, okay, but you didn't really share Candy Crush stuff. Like you were kind of on your own personal journey with that. Like you would maybe bring it up at dinner with a friend. Yeah, I'm on like level 3,742 or something like that. But you wouldn't like take daily screenshots and be like, oh, this is a really cool puzzle today. I
don't know. I'm still having trouble finding the connective tissue.
Maybe
someone in the audience down in the comments below. Engage with us.
CTA. All right, moving on. That's
at
next.
number 7, we have the all-female Ghostbusters.
Holy shit! That feels more recent. That was that long ago. I hadn't thought about that.
It was, and for some reason they keep on making more and more Ghostbusters.
They do.
It just keeps happening.
Yeah, Ghostbusters is an IP. Like, do they really? I think it's kind of wearing off.
I think we could have just stuck with the first 2 movies.
Yeah,
and left it there. But no. Do you remember how fucking upset people got that it was an all-female cast?
I have no clue why. It was crazy.
I don't know. Was this the height of like YouTube debate bros?
This was the year Donald Trump got elected. Yes. We just talked about this.
I know, but like I couldn't remember if that happened before or after, or it just like started to occur. I don't know.
Coincided, yeah.
I don't know when it exactly happened, but holy shit.
It was bad. It was rough.
People were so stupid about this, and it made it worse because it was a bad movie.
Yeah, I think if this would have been a good movie, the impact it had on culture would have been much different. But it kind of just validated the concerns of all the sexist people, and I hate that.
Really
it could have been good.
I despise this film because it was a bad movie that made every person who was like, oh, it's going to be a bad movie because it's an all-female cast.
It made them right, but not for the reasons they were saying. But then they started feeling like their reasons are going to be right for everything else. I'm like, I hate this. I hate this.
So the furor over Sony's all-female Ghostbusters reboot started nearly the instant the project was announced in 2014, and it hit fever pitch in the months before the film hit theaters on July 15th. Much of the outrage stemmed from the bitterness over a long-rumored sequel that never materialized, as some fans of the original movie started I thought there was 2 movies to begin with. Maybe there's just one.
Is there only one Wait, hold on. How many Ghostbusters movies? Hold on. No, there's definitely a Ghostbusters 2. I think they were talking about a sequel to the all-women remake.
No.
Am I crazy? There's a new Ghostbusters coming out in 2024. There's a new Ghostbusters coming out on March 22nd. What the fuck?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
No, I did not know that. I heard absolutely nothing about that. What the fuck?
I know. It's so stupid. They keep on releasing them.
Okay, yeah. There's Ghostbusters in 1984 and Ghostbusters 2 in 1989. And then Ghostbusters... Wait. Okay, and then Ghostbusters in 2016, Ghostbusters Afterlife in 2021, and then Frozen Empire 2024. There'll be more Ghostbusters in the 2020s than there were in the original 1980s.
Okay, so I was right. So the original 2 movies. So what are they talking about? The bitterness over a long-rumored sequel that never materialized? And some fans of the original movie started bombarding reboot director Paul Feig and his cast over hateful messages. No, I think... I think you forgot, hey, Vox. I think you forgot the misogyny that happened.
Yeah, they did not talk about it as much. They're looking for other reasons. No, it was definitely misogyny. It was definitely sexist people.
There was a lot of misogyny that happened over this. It wasn't because fans were angry about a long-rumored reboot, a long-rumored sequel to the original movie.
It was just
even
because
though there was a
people were
sequel
sexist.
to the original movie.
It was just sexism, blatant sexism.
Blatant sexism. At number 6.
What's at number 6? Are you going to say it?
Sorry, I skipped number 6 and went to number 5. Anyway, in number 6, the alt-right remixes popular memes for political gain.
Oh, yeah. This is when... Wait, what memes in particular? Do they mention a?
Pepe the Frog.
I feel so sad. I remember in high school, I had a trans friend who built like a large amount of their identity around Pepe the Frog. And then the alt-right did that whole thing, and I hated it. I hate this so much. I feel so bad for him. I'm like,
I know. I still have such a hard time seeing someone use Pepe memes without me instantly giving them the side eye.
It sucks. It sucks. I hate the right. End of sentence.
Yeah. No. It's still, to this day, I am so affected by how ubiquitous it became that I will see someone who maybe not like, if it's like a really, really good friend and they use it, then I'm like, oh, okay, they're just...
they're trying to reclaim, but
if it's like, if it's just some random person on the internet, I'm instantly suspicious, and I hate that I'm instantly suspicious because of it.
Yeah. Moving on. I don't want to think about this much longer than I need to.
At numbers 5, we have Harambe the gorilla becomes the unlikely meme stalwart. What a weird word to use there.
Why would they... What? Huh?
Sorry, but Harambe.
Yes, Harambe.
What the fuck was up with that? Why did everyone lose their shit over Harambe?
I have no fucking clue. Everyone, I don't know why Harambe was as popular as it was, but it just feels weird calling it popular, but also it
lasted. It still happens to this day. You'll hear someone bring up Harambe.
Yeah, why?
The whole phenomenon of dicks out for Harambe. Who thought of that? Where did that come from? Why did that start?
You never need an excuse to whip your dicks out. All I'm saying. But
So on May 28th, the Cincinnati Zoo.
The Cincinnati Zoo.
The Cincinnati Zoo shot and killed Harambe, its western lowland gorilla who grabbed a young boy who fell into its enclosure. One day after celebrating the primate's 17th birthday.
Okay, actually, you know what? Now I get it. I didn't know the context of it being his birthday.
That's what you think? Like, oh, it was a day after his birthday.
He was going to eat that child a celebration cake.
Of course, this meme should have existed. But the incident made headlines all over the world. But no one expected Harambe's strike such a resounding chord on the internet and find new life as an inescapable meme.
Did they forget a word here? No, but no one expected Harambe strike such a resonating chord. Do they mean Harambe 2 strike? What the fuck?
Probably.
Bots did not write this well. This is horrible. This is really bad.
Twitter mentions. Reddit threads, Twitter mentions, and change.org petitions. Oh, people joked about him on Vine. That was probably it.
You're right. Vine definitely.
That was the connection. Vine probably had to have been where most of this occurred, because like something quick and that first beginning of the Vox article, like that in itself is just so quick and short. Like I can see it spreading on Vine so quickly. Like you don't have to have a lot of information to get the concept.
Yeah. Now I'm flashing back to that one episode we did about the best memes of the 2010s. I'm like, because we did talk about both Vine and Harambe.
Yeah. Harambe's, the meme is Schrodinger's meme, both ironic and sincere.
What? What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Vox, what the fuck is up with Vox in this article?
Vox is high. I don't, but not like in the fun way. Vox is like the friend that they're incoherent. But also, I don't know. Maybe I'm incoherent right now. I'm
incoherent. Maybe the fact that it's currently 9:30 a.m. is just making us lose it.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Should we move on?
I don't know. Do we ever move on from Harambe?
No, we can never move on from his horrifying loss.
We can never move on from Harambe. At number 4, we're already at 4.
4.
We have.
What do you mean we're already at 4? We're like 50 minutes into the episode.
Batman versus Superman versus Deadpool versus Suicide Squad versus Captain America versus
this year
Doctor
did have
Strange.
a lot of shitty movies. I forgot. I thought that Suicide Squad happened after I graduated college. No, that was 2016. I remember that recently. That's
after you graduated college?
No, after I graduated high school. Sorry, after I was in college is what I meant to say.
I was like, Jesus. No,
The Suicide Squad was after I graduated college. That was a good movie, actually. I like that.
I still have not watched the Suicide Squad. I've only watched the original one. I went and watched the Suicide Squad movie, the original one.
Yeah,
in theaters.
Was it because it had a 21 Pilot song in it? That's the same reason I watched. I remember I was in high school. I took a cute boy that I was crushing on at the time. We both were big fans of 21 Pilots. We both went to watch not the Suicide Squad, but Suicide Squad in theaters, and it fucking sucked. That was the worst date I've ever been on, and I have not been on many dates. So
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It was just bad. It was bad.
I don't even remember why I went and watched it in theaters. Like, I don't remember who I went with. It was such an unremarkable, unmemorable time.
It was bad. Yeah.
That I only remember that I watched it in theaters and walked out going like, well.
That was the first time I realized that movies can be bad.
that was when I realized maybe some people shouldn't be making movies.
Genuinely. Yeah, because most of the time when you're a kid and you're consuming things that adults tell you is good, or you're watching things that other people say is good, and you're like, oh yeah, well maybe just all media, all movies are good. And I'm like, no, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're pretty bad.
I remember one time I found there's this old kids movie that I used to watch at my grandma and grandpa's house called The Seventh Brother, I think is what it's called.
Interesting.
And oh my God, I used to think this movie was so great. I loved it. And one time I found it on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was free with ads. I think someone just uploaded the movie onto YouTube.
Fair.
And since it was some obscure production between Canada and I think Romania, I don't know. It was some random other country that no one's copyright striking them. It's still up on YouTube.
That's fair.
But
Go watch it right now, y'all.
Yeah, go watch
Actually,
The Seventh
wait
Brother.
till the end of this episode, of course.
But my partner at the time, who you know,
Yes.
I was like, oh, we have to watch this. And they were like, why? This looks stupid. And I was like, because it's a movie from my childhood and it's going to be so cute and we have to watch it.
Nope.
It was the most boring, nothing movie. Like, it was only like 45 minutes, I think. It was a TV movie.
But those are the movies that are great to watch after, like, popping an edible or hitting a bog. Like, you can have a great time watching shitty movies with friends or partners.
No,
when
it
you're
wasn't
not
even
sober.
the fact. It wasn't even the fact that it was just so boring.
That's fair.
Like, there wasn't even a lot you could grab onto and make fun of because it was just so boring.
Yeah.
But the concept of the movie is a family of bunnies finds an abandoned puppy.
Oh wait, that does sound cute, actually.
And
Hold
then
on.
they teach the puppy to be a bunny puppy.
A bunny puppy? Oh. Okay, that would be
say that in the
adorable.
movie, actually.
I kind of want to watch this now. I know you say it's boring. I kind of want to watch it now. Also,
It's
the last movie
bad.
I watched high was Alpha and Omega, so I feel like I need to bring my standards even lower.
Did I tell you? I feel like I've told the story about how the first time I watched Alpha and Omega, it was because it was my birthday, and my eldest brother, the one that's like super older than me, was like, "Oh, I will buy you any movie from Redbox to watch," and I chose Alpha and Omega.
Oh, what a mistake!
He sat and he watched it with me, and I remember as soon as the movie was over, he turned it off. He looked at me and he was like, "You liked that?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was all right." And he's like, "Well, at least you liked it." And he got up and left. And I was like,
that's such a funny response, though. Hold on. That's
I was like,
brilliant.
"Oh,
I like that.
Shit." And then I never watched another Alpha and Omega movie because I, in fact, didn't like it. I just don't
It
want
was
him
bad.
to feel bad.
Yeah,
for
it was
him
rough.
buying me a movie. Shit. But anyway, I do remember I argued with one of my high school teachers on whether or not Batman versus Superman was a good movie.
What did you argue? Did you say yes or no?
I said it was a bad movie.
You're right. You're so right.
And she's like, "No, it's really good. You just don't understand it." And I was like...
And that was when you realized teachers can be wrong.
And I was like, I don't think there's anything to understand.
Yeah.
I think it's just a bad, boring movie.
Like,
It doesn't really have a good plot or anything.
I love comic books. I love comic book movies. They should not be live action. Hot take. I think comic book movies should be animated.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a lot, like DC animation has a lot of good movies. They've got some stinkers there, true, but they've got some great ones. And I can't think of a good DC live action movie aside from The Suicide Squad and the sequel TV show Peacemaker. But that
DC,
doesn't feel
sure.
like DC. That feels like James Gunn specifically.
But, like, what about all of the Marvel movies that are actually kind of good? Like, I think every Guardians of the Galaxy movie has been pretty good and, like, solid movie.
That's true. But I think a large part of that is because James Gunn as the director is primarily drawing from animation as, like, how he directs. And I see a lot of, like, animated techniques used in what he does. I think he's what's making live action work. I don't know who else has done it.
I watched a YouTube video yesterday from Billiam.
So proud of you for watching YouTube. I'm glad.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's good. If you
Doing
haven't
your
watched
part, soldier.
Billiam yet, watch Billiam.
I've heard the name.
Very
I might
funny.
have seen a video from them.
But they were talking about stuff that happened on Spike TV. Like, they had the Spike TV iceberg. It wasn't really an iceberg video. They just clickbait. But
Yeah. As we all do. We're YouTubers.
yeah,
We know how this
everyone
works.
should.
Oh, yeah. 17 hours ago. Literally new upload.
I told you I watched this yesterday, but I'm pretty sure it was James Gunn. But James Gunn directed PG porn for Spike TV. Like, that was one of his first major directing gigs.
What?
Yeah, PG porn.
PG porn. What the fuck is this? Hold on. I've never heard of this before. James Gunn's PG porn is a web series. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But it was for Spike TV. Like, Spike TV hosted it on their website.
It was pornography spoofs. Huh.
Yeah. The
tagline is for people who love everything about porn except the sex. You know what? Actually, that sounds brilliant. That sounds kind of fun.
So, I mean, because wasn't there, like, didn't James Gunn get canceled over something, like, briefly?
Yes, he got canceled for fighting with Disney. I think.
I feel like
I might be misremembering.
I felt like there was more a part of that.
Gunn canceled. Why? I'm looking this up now. I know that he was fired from Disney, and then it was. I don't remember the specific details of it.
Well, because he was fired from Disney because he was canceled, and then that's when he started fighting with Disney.
Yeah. Why was he canceled?
But there was a reason that he was canceled.
What's the real reason?
I don't know. It was something that, honestly, whatever. It was during the height of cancellations on Twitter, and everyone was getting canceled.
It became apparent that the apparent outrage was primarily driven by disingenuous alt-right trolls as retribution against Gunn for criticizing the former president. So he got canceled because he hated Trump.
Right. But they did but they did find something that made people want to cancel him. Like, he did say stuff that wasn't good, but it was also a long time ago and it didn't really matter.
I'm trying to. I do not remember why he was canceled.
It was a long time ago, and it was this weird series of events.
Oh, was it the tweet about the giving tree giving the giving kids a blowjob? It's that tweet. Yep, it was that one. That's what it looks like.
I don't know.
Which honestly, kind of funny tweet.
Honestly, kind of a banger tweet. No, it was just whatever.
It looks like he also made some jokes about 9/11.
Series of events. Oh, well, we all make jokes about 9/11 every once in a while. I saw this TikTok that floored me. And it was someone who they did
about 9/11? Right?
They just watch. All right. Sorry for the people who are not on video, but they held up two fingers. And then they went, meow. Well, it was, and then they went, meow. And then they held in their hand, and then a screen popped up on the text that was always remember 9/11.
Oh my god! What the
fuck? And because at first I didn't realize that twin towers, the finger hitting one of the fingers is supposed to be whatever. It's very hard to explain over a podcast format.
Holy shit! I
think it's hilarious.
TikTok scares me sometimes.
The creativity on that platform. Otherworldly.
Everyone's so creative. I love it. It's great. Anyway, moving on. What's next on the fucking list? I don't think about Batman v Superman or James Gunn anymore.
Hulk Hogan and Peter Thiel take down Gawker Media.
I did not care about wrestling, and I still don't today.
No, this was not about wrestling. This was about tabloids and how they're able to operate. Because Gawker Media released Hulk Hogan's sex tape, right?
No, I did not hear that. What the fuck?
So Hulk Hogan, got to sue Gawker with Peter Thiel, and I can't remember who Peter Thiel is. It's some big conspiracy theory. I remember watching a video essay on it some time ago, and it's actually crazy everything that happened. But it was a takedown of Gawker Media.
Peter Thiel is the former CEO of PayPal.
Yeah,
interesting. Why? What did he have to do with this? I'm curious.
Because Peter Thiel hated Gawker Media for something.
Fair.
So Peter Thiel was like, Hulk Hogan, I will help fund your lawsuit against Gawker because I also hate them. I'm pretty sure is what happened.
Huh. That's why.
I don't know why I'm not just reading the article.
I was going to say, you have the article right. Well, we know why we're not reading the article. It's Vox. We don't know how to read their shit. It's garbage when they try to write it.
Apparently, it came out to a $140 million verdict.
Holy shit. Okay, that's a lot of money. It ultimately bankrupted the company? Hell yeah. That's good. Okay, you know what? I'm based. I'm based.
You're based.
That's based is what I meant to say. Words are hard sometimes. Give me a break.
But no, it was a huge thing. Because did Gawker release the Kardashian sex tape too?
No,
I can't remember.
I thought that was intentionally released. I might be misremembering.
I think, no. The conspiracy theory is that it was intentionally released to
again, it's celebrity shit. I don't remember the details.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's maybe it was confirmed that it was intentionally released, but I remember that was a conspiracy theory for a while that it was intentionally released to make the Kardashians more famous.
Who knows?
Who knows? Coming in at number 2.
Number 2, baby, let's go.
Hamilton. the music.
That was 20. You're right, because I remember in high school there were a lot of people who were really hyped about Hamilton. I forgot about that one.
Can you believe that we have had 8 years of Hamilton and we still have not escaped the shadow of Lin-Manuel Miranda?
We really haven't. No, he's in Disney now. He's doing all the shit.
Hey, controversial take. I still like Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Some of his music's good. Yeah, some of his musicals are great. I don't like how obsessed the internet's become with him.
Now the internet hates him.
Really?
I see so much more Lin-Manuel Miranda hate now than I do in Lin-Manuel Miranda love.
Really? Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, well, because everyone got tired of seeing him everywhere.
Of
so
course.
then they all started to hate him.
Makes sense now. Yeah, I get it.
But I never lost love for you, Lin. He also became kind of an insufferable liberal. You know the type.
Yeah, not leftist, but liberal. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of person. And then people were something about his dad being a rich millionaire. I don't know. People found reasons to hate him because they just got tired of seeing him.
Which happens.
And I still like you, Lin.
That's fair.
Make a song about me.
I like some of his stuff. What was the fucking Wish movie that he wrote? Or was that him or just people trying to emulate? Okay. I remember a lot of criticisms people trying to emulate his style. I'm like, no, I don't. I just remember some of the music was shit. It was bad. I remember hearing one of the songs. I'm like, this sounds like not quite him, but trying.
I think there was something with Aquafina here recently.
Yeah, people hate Aquafina for some reason. I don't get it.
Because she's annoying.
That's it? That's the whole reason?
No, I think there's something about she race baits, I think, or something.
What?
Something about she appropriates black culture, I think was something.
I should just try not to pretend like I know anything about celebrities.
Yeah. But then also people just don't think she's a very good voice actor, and most of her characters are annoying on screen, so they kind of transfer that hate over to Aquafina.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. But I do remember hearing a song that was Aquafina singing, and it sounded like Lin-Manuel Miranda's work, but it wasn't his work, and people were like, "This is the poison that Lin-Manuel Miranda has released on."
Oh my god! Well, that honestly, okay. You know what? Say what you will about Lin-Manuel Miranda, that is a fucking banger line, though. This is the poison that he released into pop culture. Holy shit! I think that. That's a good phrase.
I think I'm the one who said that.
Oh, okay.
I created that phrase. I don't know exactly how they put it.
Proud of you. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I remember listening to Hamilton. This is around the same time that I picked up sewing again after taking a couple of years break.
That's fair.
And I remember quilting while listening to Hamilton.
Interesting.
What a weird part of my life. People really should have known I was gay. At number 1.
Fair. Moving on. What's number 1?
The world mourns pop icons.
More celebrities. More celebrity pop icons.
More celebrities. Yeah, more celebrities.
This is just mostly celebrities, isn't it?
So these people all died in 2016. Alan Rickman, Gene Wilder, Muhammad Ali, Leonard Cohen, Alan Thicke, George Michael, and Carrie Fisher.
I think of those names, I recognize 3 of them. Let's play a game. Can you guess which 3 I recognize?
Which 3 you recognize?
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, Muhammad Ali, and Leonard Cohen.
No.
Gene Wilder.
No.
Carrie Fisher.
There you go. I'm a Star Wars guy.
Okay. But the first couple losses to make huge impacts worldwide were those of both music legends David Bowie and Prince.
Okay, I know both of them, yeah. Or the artist formerly known as Prince.
The artist formerly known as Prince. Whatever.
We respect names. We don't dead name here.
That was also when I was working in radio and we got Billboard magazine, so I have the in memoriam issues of both David Bowie and Prince on my wall over here. I'm not going to move my camera to show it.
That's fair,
I don't feel like setting my camera back up.
I was going to say, that's the hard part about, I've changed my camera angle 3 times in the past 3 episodes because I can't find a good camera angle for me that makes me happy. There's so much shit in my background, and I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with this. I want to find a place that works and that I don't have to think about it ever again.
I was taking outfit pics earlier, and I could not find a place that didn't in my bedroom that didn't have a pile of clothes.
It's hard. And I'm messy. I don't keep my shit clean. I want to. I need more like things to put places. I need more ways to organize.
But yeah, I remember a lot of people being like, wow, this is the shittiest year ever because a bunch of people died. And then it just kept on getting shittier in 2016.
2016 was rough. Yeah, there was a lot of bad stuff happening.
And then people were like, this is the worst year ever. But then every year after that seems to get worse.
It's gotten worse. Yeah.
Except, you know what? I will say 2023.
So far, yeah, 2023 was pretty good. I can't complain too much.
So far, it's over.
I thought you were going to say 2024, and by the time that I started saying what I was going to say, I hadn't realized that you said 3 instead of 4.
No, yeah, 2023, not that bad of a year, actually. I thought it was a good, happy year for me, at least. There was a lot that happened. Lots of interesting things happened in 2023.
I think you're a little bit biased. You had some good stuff happening to you personally speaking. But yeah, I think
the rest of the world
also had some good stuff too.
I know, but I was like, I also don't remember anything that bad happening in 2023. Maybe
you know
I'm
what?
forgetting something
Maybe that's next week's list. We do, or not next week. In 2 weeks because we're doing bi-weekly now. Maybe that's next episode's list. I'm pan. Fuck you.
This show is now bisexual.
Can confirm. That's very true. Yeah. Next time, maybe we could just do the top 10 worst things that happened in 2023 and just kind of remind ourselves of the horrible stuff.
Yeah, remind ourselves of the horrors of yesteryear because we forgot. Well, apparently they weren't bad enough for me to remember right off the top of my head.
I mean, honestly, maybe, yeah. Who knows? Maybe, honestly, I think the worst of it might just be that people are still dying of COVID and we just kind of forgot about it.
That's true. COVID is still something that is continuing to affect us to this day.
I mean, it's still affecting us as much as in lockdown days. The amount of people dying per day is up there, and we're just pretending like it's not happening.
Well, no, I don't think it's as bad as it was during lockdown days. I think it's still bad, but it's not as bad.
COVID deaths per day. Let's find out exactly what that amount is. This is not an easy to read chart. I need something that gives me stats. I need numbers. No, it's no cases per day. I'm looking for deaths. Why is this not giving me numbers?
I don't know. It's not important.
I think we're just not reporting on it as much. I think this is the hard part. Just trying to find the fucking numbers.
Because I know cases are still decently bad.
Yeah.
But with vaccinations, it's gotten better. The thing that people are more concerned about now is long COVID and how subsequent infections can give you a higher risk of long COVID. So there's stuff that was bad, but 2023, all things considered, I don't think was that bad of a year. If you disagree with me, comment in the comments down below.
Yeah, give us a comment. Let us know. I like hearing things, and you know what? We'll have that discussion later. But for now, thank you for listening to this discussion about 2016.
What are you talking about? This is my show to end. I say when it ends.
Bye. I'm the editor. I can make the episode end whenever the fuck I want it to, Trace. You can't stop me. What power do you have?
I have no power here.
Good. Admit it.
Are we actually going to end it on the bye?
No, do the outro, fucker.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked the episode, make sure to leave us a like. If you're listening to us on a platform that allows ratings, give us a rating. Hopefully 5 stars. I don't know.
I don't know how the rating systems work. Just do whatever is good. You know what? I'm not your dom. Do whatever you want to do.
I am. So go ahead and leave us. So subscribe if you liked it. Subscribe if you like it. Leave us a like, a comment, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Because
bye. See you.
Actually, 3 weeks for whatever.
3 weeks for us, but 2 weeks for the audience.
Whatever. Goodbye.